Clear, 23 degrees, humidity 65, and a slight breeze going across the pitch. Well, the 2020 champions, Korea Republic, they have not conceded a goal on their way to this point in the tournament. Defeated the United Arab Emirates by 3-0. China by 2-0, and Japan in the last game of the group by 1-0. They've got out of the group stage every single time they have played in this tournament. There are now just 7 teams left in the tournament. Earlier on today, Japan knocked out the host Qatar in extra time by 4-2. So Japan are through to the semi-finals, and the winners of this semi-final will be facing the winners of the Uzbekistan and Saudi Arabia quarter-final played tomorrow. Indonesia maybe don't have the biggest squad to pick from. Korea have a squad absolutely packed with quality. Hwang Sung-hong makes 5 changes to the side that beat Japan, and he showed his flexibility as well in that game by literally changing formation as well. Came out with a 1-0 victory. It's a side pack full of attacking midfielders, maybe not quite so forward-minded as in just having an out-and-out forward. But the great Pep Guardiola has played without a centre forward before, and this side pack a punch. Indonesia, well, they made 2 changes ahead of tonight's tie. At the moment, that's how clear the night is. And we're off with this quarter-final. Fairly open break. Jenna just lays the ball out on the far side. Who's going to play cat and mouse, you fancy? That was the Korean head coach, Hwang Sung-hong. Ko-bang just returns it back to Anando for his first touch. And there's Shin Tae-yong, who knows his Korean counterparts very, very well, having worked in the youth system. And it's very interesting straight away as that ball was drilled forward that as Chai-won comes forward, he's got a little give and go. There's a wee bit too much on the far side. A bit the captain. It's a strong challenge in. Interesting that as soon as Indonesia had the ball, that Korea dropped to a back 5, which was very much the way we were looking at it. Chai-won down the line. See who trying to twist and turn. See who with the throw. Excellent work this time. Korea will build. Down the right on the far side. Hard hand blocks one, but Anando's quickly there to gather it. Jenna. Going over the top, looking for Stroik, who's trying to get it behind. Can he get it down? And he can! Oh, he's got a second! Another defensive mix-up. Rafa Stroik gets in between 2 central defenders who don't know where the bouncing ball is. And we're into the 49th minute, and Rafael Stroik. Well, if you wait, if you hesitate, somebody will take it. And Rafael Stroik took it. Oh, it's a horror show at the back. It's a long ball. It bounces. And that is an absolute nightmare of a bit of defensive work by Junsu squared it across, and now chance to come forward with Sihu. Sihu with the ball in. It's a deep ball in. Oh, I say, what a calamitous goal that is! Ji-sung gets it. He won't get his name on the board because I think he's heading it away from goal. The deflection completely wrong for Zerando, and right on the 45th minute, Ji-sung with the header, and I think it is Kohang. Comes off of Kohang's head here, who just guides it past Zerando. That is so unlucky. Well, the World Snooker Champions are on, but that's a plant. He's headed it off the forehead, Ji-sung, of Kohang for an own goal. Got his angles absolutely right. And Nando completely wrong-footed. And it's one apiece with 7 additional minutes to play. Well, Marcelino mislooks huge quite presently. Marcelino combining in the middle of the first half. But the goal's got a strike. And really caught out the commentator, who was calling a goal. Somehow he missed the target. But we're level as we move into time added on at the end of the first half. Witan tries to stretch on. Good solid challenge on this near side by Hyundai. That football pitch is absolutely like a carpet. There's a little bit of commentators' jealousy there about wanting to play on that pitch. It's an absolute belter. Witan will have to spend 30 seconds off the side because he didn't have a trainer on. Child is about to deliver this free kick. I'll say it again, I said it already. Great time to score, horrible time to concede. The tables be turned by Indonesia now. High line being held by Korea outside their 18-yard box. Decent ball in. Youngbok, no worries whatsoever. Oh, it's an overload. 2 down the right on the far side. Arhan blocks one, but Hernando's quickly there to gather it. Jenna. Going over the top, looking for Stroik, who's trying to get it behind. Can he get it down? And he can! Oh, he's got a second! Another defensive mix-up! Rafael Stroik gets in between 2 central defenders who don't know where the bouncing ball is. And we're into the 49th minute, and Rafael Stroik. Well, if you wait, if you hesitate, somebody will take it. And Rafael Stroik took it. Oh, it's a horror show at the back. It's a long ball. It bounces. And that is an absolute nightmare of a bit of defensive work by Kang Hee. Never really in a month of Sundays was that going towards his keeper. And Rafael Stroik just literally said, thank you very much. Kang Hee playing in the middle of a back three. Had quite a first half. He's looking at his keeper there, but I think when you look at the rerun, maybe at half-time you won't want to see it, in fairness. But if he does get to see it, he'll realise that he was looking to hold Stroik up for his keeper to come, but it was never close enough for his keeper to get to. In a recent game, a game where there are moments when keepers and defenders face each other, just momentarily think who's going to actually take command of the situation. It's the good players that take command. Okay, nobody really took command of that situation apart from the goal scorer. We're still in the 7 minutes to be added on here at the end of the first half. I've said it twice inside the final 5 minutes. Great time to score, bad time to concede, and it's happened twice. We're going to send a play on this near side. Marcelino tried to avoid the challenge. Show on. Leo fire. Around the corner. Marcelino. Witten inside him. Held up by Kanghi this time, but again the ball's ricocheted away for a corner late on in the piece here. Oh, bit of shin-to-shin action there. I've got no sympathy for the players. They both are all up, so I don't know what it is in vogue here. I know they don't need to wear cricket pads, but maybe spoken a little too early there, but a decent sized shin pads on that gentleman's leg. But normally they have the tiniest of tiny things inside their socks, thinking it's never going to hurt them. Not a lot of flesh down there, and anything can flick that shin bone, a tib and fib, can really sting. Tibia and fibula, by the way. Just know so well, haven't broke mine. Well, there's a corner. There's going to be more time added on to the 7, because we've had 2 goals in virtually the end of the 45, and 1 on 49, and we've had an injury in the trainers on, and it's the first Indonesian corner. Choyon will be the man to whip this under the crossbar. Shall I use it again? Great time to score, terrible time to concede. At the moment, the man that they're all aiming for is Sean Evans. He's right in the melee of everybody inside the 6-yard box, but he can't header it, and he can't score it. He's not being marked either, although he's very, very close here to Upnut. Sean Evans said, at least do me the decency and look at where the ball's coming from, because whoever's marking him is doing nothing more than just going to wrap his arms around it. I just think it's pure obstruction. Choyon with the ball in, Tedder away. Witten, left foot shot. Oh, it's turned goalwards this time by the man that could have had a hat-trick. Struik, and Yongbyon managed to get it over the bar. Really is. And that's Jun Soo that's just let him wander away from him. Some stern words, you fancy, from the Korean Republic coach. Well, we're into time added on at the end of the time added on. Quite rightly so. I'm not going to berate that. I actually don't want the first half to end. It's just a cracking little game. What's this? Sean Evans decides that there's a card brandished on the bench, and a dissenting round of applause there by the sounds of it from the Indonesian bench. There was something about the 4th official there that just sort of pointed over like a kid telling the teacher somebody else has done something wrong. Choyon puts a deep one in, and just flaps away. Witten trying to hold the ball up. He's done well on the far side. Jenna with the feet. Witten what has happened there? Dongjin. I don't know if there's just half smiles on the fans' faces there, which is like, let's do what we can to get a card here. But Dongjin walked away pretty quickly as sort of said, what are we talking about here? We'll have a little look now. I see it was drilled against him. Well, I'm gonna say that Witan is up for a BAFTA, which is a British Academy and Fellowship Award for film and televisions over here in Blighty. And that's the most relaxed I've ever seen a long throw man in his life. Ahad. Not the casualness there, but he's going to make his way to the turn. Penalties over Korea. The 2020 champions are out. Indonesia have triumphed in one of the longest penalty shootouts that I've been. It went to sudden death. Arham was the man that put the ball past Youngbyun to seal the victory in a game that's had every single emotion brought out from its fans.